ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we are back with some more TBI League action. I am your host today, Flippy, joined by the one and only Big Chip. You gonna say hello,
What's up?
Chip?
What's up? What's up?
And it has
My
just
microphone was off.
and a couple things have just dawned on me. One of them is that I need to grab my controller to do casting. But we actually have a pretty stacked game here for you today. We're actually partially already going through with the bands. You can see we got fucking Maverick, Ace, Mira, and Warden gonna be taken out of there. And this match, is one I'm personally excited for. The heavy hitters you got to look out for on a typical day would probably be Dilly and Worm, but Worm has been gone for a very, very long time in New Zealand. So, who knows how he's going to play coming back. He's a very careful player, but we'll see if any of that is a little rusty right now.
Yeah, we'll see if the dilly-dally rivalry will fire up this game. And we will definitely see if Worm can perform to his best ability.
I need to find the fucking cord for my controller.
All right, well, in the meantime, we do have some heavy hitters here. I don't have the stats exactly pulled up, but we do have some very, very sharp shooters in this game.
There we go, we're chilling. Yeah, the Dally, you brought it up, though. I believe the Dally-Dilly meta, or not meta, should I say the storyline. Dally was once a teammate of Dilly's on Dilly-Dallying. Dilly decided they were better without him, traded him for Quidani, who's also here with Dilly yet again. Dilly ended up winning the season. Dally didn't do too well, but I will say, Dally's been picked up, got a scholarship for Siege. This guy's in the School of Siege, and he's been playing a lot better lately. Been an entry for his team. But Bloodline are prepared. They've been scrimming. They actually scrimmed this map just now against Unks at the barbecue, matter of fact, right before. Looks like we have the trick coming out. Dilly's playing below, and Quid is actually going to stop it. That's going to be pretty rough for Supakupi. He's going to walk into a Fenrir here, probably, placed by Amphi, if I had to guess. Oh, well, whoops. There we go. Wisely doesn't take that fight. Oh, he saw him for a split second.
Decides better than that to take the swing against Worm. As the Blackbeard pushes all the way up and is able to get the opening pick. It's a 1-for-1 trade as Dilly and Dally both get the first kills for their team, respectively. Huggy's going to have to give up Raptors control here as they still have 2 reinforcements in pocket, so they can still reinforce this off and give up full control to the side of Police Brutality. Police Brutality being a little bit passive here, not quite taking Raptors control, as Dilly is below Raptors and does have the ability to fight this Thatcher, not Thermite, this Thatcher on the Raptors.
Yeah, I don't think Koopa knows, and this is probably... Dilly is probably going to make his move pretty soon here.
Yeah, Dilly did get his last kill on blue side, so they do not know that he's rotated off and gone over beneath. As the Blackbeard is still there, but does not see it. He backs his back into the C4 that was pre-placed by Dilly, but it was shot off by his teammate on the window. That was able to get another pick for the side of Police Brutality.
Pick that up from Connector. That's a massive kill here. They actually don't have a pillar player right now. It's going to actually all come down to this flank from Dilly. He's fat-ass mute, so it's going to be tricky.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow flank as well. Dilly trying to be cautious, watching out for drones as they entered through the connector wall, but they're just going to execute onto site. They're able to get one more player site, and now it's a 4v2. Only the one player remaining on site, a 4v1 on site, as he takes a massive amount of damage from the Ying and Blackbeard combo. Blackbeard is able to get the remaining pick as Dilly is able to push and deny the plant, but Band is able to clean him up.
Able to pick up 2 kills, ultimately impactless. A good effort on the retake there, but that Blackbeard is just running a muckus. What a stupid fucking operator.
And Dali is able to get a free 2K in that round because of it. Chooses not to go back to it for now. We will see if he's able to repick, or if he does repick in the attacking phase, but they're going to go back upstairs, and will they be able to deal with the shields this time?
Yeah, I think they're prepping for a downstairs right now. I think they'll be switching it up once they realize that they're going back up top. And if I'm Bloodline, I think I also go back up top there, you know. Got a little caught off by the bitch beard, but you had the bandit trick, which was pretty good. It just really came down to giving up connector too easy, not really fighting for it at all. Ying got that one kill, and then it was absolutely free.
Yeah, they were able to just walk into sight and get 2 free picks off of that. They had the reinforcements to be able to reinforce off both.
Sometimes you don't have the time.
Yeah. Sometimes that Ying just being right in your face is going to get the kill on you before you can get that reinforcement down.
And it looks like despite the success of the Blackbeard, Dali's going to mix it up. He's going to switch it, go onto the Buck.
Yeah. Having a pretty default lineup, I would say. I mean, the Ying isn't quite default, but having a Vert Op, having 2 Hard Breach / Wall Denial operators, and then the Dokkaebi, which is a very common op in this meta especially.
No way they're going to let him bandit trick again, right? Surely they're going to have someone below, and they're not just going to gift another free bandit trick to him. Surely.
Yeah, Dali is below in cargo, but not close enough for the wall.
Well, he's probably making his way there, and surely they're going to wait. But I think Dali is going to get in a fight with Dilly.
Dilly does fall off and go back up to the rafters position he was in.
And I actually think that we're able to
do cut off the rotate as well. Yeah, they do.
Call goes out.
The Azami falling off there allowed them to just double bandit, or to prevent the bandit trick.
Looks like Worm is going to try to hit from the bottom. Bucking
yeah, they have this Vert watching the rotate.
Dilly able to
win.
Dilly
wins the fight.
4-1 for Dilly. Great start for him.
Yeah, Dali will be forced to sit out the rest of this round.
Maybe get a shield in front of you. It's easy.
Definitely would be able to tank that shot to his face.
I'm actually just such an avid Blackbeard hater. Man.
Yeah. Very aggressive on this Rafters position. They have the Vert, they have the breach open, and he's still confronting every single player.
Yeah, they're just
he wins
not
the fight
able
against
to
Dali
clear him at all.
Yeah, he wins the fight against Dali, and then has still yet to be cleared by a Rafters swing, IT swing, a Vert swing, anything. They ying off his player paired onto him, and they are able to isolate the one and the second.
Give him a third!
Nice headshot as he whiffs the head of Huggy and forces his team into a 3v3 now.
Worm.
2 very low health players, but Huggy is downed, and Worm is able to flank behind the one down player. It's only 2 players remaining in the other side as Worm gets a second.
What a shot with the SMG-12. This guy still has it. All up to Amphi. SMG-11 in hand. He's got a shotgun too. Got some decent angles, but they have to know where he is at this point.
Yeah, and Case is in the hands of the Thatcher, who's low health. Thatcher and Thermite, both over there by Case, are both very low health. If they're able to walk in, which Thermite is immediately shut down, will the Thatcher get shut down as well?
He could clutch this.
He does. Also drop.
Oh my god!
Amphi with the 3K 1v3 clutch.
Amphi is fucking insane! What a win! What a clutch! 1v3 from that pillar position. We mentioned it last time. They didn't fight hard enough for that pillar. But then you see Dilly. He fights like hell to keep Rafters. He picks up some picks. He keeps it. And then holy hell, Amphi fought like it was World War III on that pillar. And he gets it done. Give him the 1v3. Oh my goodness. And that keeps Bloodline in the game. You do not want to start off losing your first 2 attacks. That actually... For losing your first 2 defense. They actually did that in the scrim. So, Amphi prevented them from having a repeat.
Yeah. Great play there from Amphi, not only with the SMG-11, but also he was not very aggressive. He was only swinging the angles that were advantageous to him, and he was able to hold that pillar position that whole time because of Dilly's efforts.
Man,
And Amphi was able to just work out that 1v3 clutch.
gotta say, well
Incredible
played
shot.
from Dilly there. Well played from Mello. Ultimately, though, gonna be Amphi that takes the highlight here. Speaking
looks
of
like we're gonna
Dilly,
see a
though,
shield.
Dilly's looking for a different highlight this round. This is what we like to see. FaZe Clan Cav.
Yeah. And we are going to see a shield come out from the side of PB again. So it's Cav versus shield in terms of cheese versus cheese. We're going to see if Mello can get anything done with the blitz. They're doing a heavy vert extension from the side of Bloodline here. Looking like it's going to be cleared with the Deimos, the shield, and the Tokayev in order to be able to clear the two players who are upstairs. But Dali's immediately downed.
Oh, he's getting interrogated! Dilly interrogates Dali! Oh my goodness. That'll go in the history books of the lore between those two. The Dilly-Dally lore. It looks like the interrogation won't amount to any other kills, though. Gonna force everyone else to reposition, though. A huge early pick for Dilly. What an entry. I believe that's Dilly picking up Dally twice in a row now. I think the first one was an entry kill. I might be mistaken.
Yeah. Dilly opening up the round for his team once again and forces them to waste a good 35 seconds on this clear because now they had to leave the building. And he's able to get away. They have two players there watching. The Blitz just decides to swing with his gun and gets traded for it. So the Blitz does get one kill, but it was just a straight gunfight between the two of them.
A great trade from Quidani, actually. And that is going to make Dilly's Cav play very worth it. And that is going to be a fantastic pickup.
Yeah, not only the hard breacher, but also case down.
1 minute left in the round, and you've relegated them all to third floor. This is a basement attack, in case you all have forgotten. Let me check in on Robbie the Demon. I know where he is.
We end up having a 2v4 here now with case down, no control of the map. First floor completely given up by the defense, but it's still... Oh, no, it's not completely given up. The Goyo is still sitting vending. That's right. They're able to finally start taking first floor, but with 45 seconds, will they be able to get it all done? They do a lot of damage to Quid, but they do not know about the Goyo upstairs still. The Goyo still
Oh
can
no, Robbie,
punch them
why
in the
did you
back.
rat until just now? Good night, that's why!
It's the headshot! The Deimos takes the second swing and takes off his head as well. Worm has to win a 1v4 clutch with 20 seconds and case in his pocket. If he's allowed to do this, this might be one of the greatest clutches in TBI history. But with 8 seconds, I don't think that's going to happen.
Vegan. I'm going vegan. I'm gonna keep.
And he does get shut down. He does get shut down.
Holy.
Waits too long to try and come into sight. They know where he is because of the Deimos track.
And fantastic defense from the Bloodline. You know, they had a rough first 2 rounds, even though they won the second one. But that round, they felt like they were in control the whole time. We love to see it.
Yeah, and we're getting police brutality throws in the chat right now.
Oh my goodness.
We've seen some, and they do ban the Blackbeard. They do choose to ban the Blackbeard now. We are seeing some people upset with that loss on the second attack.
I mean, oh my god. How can you be upset by it, though, you know? It was kind of sick as hell.
Yeah, that was a nasty
Bloodline had a unwinnable clutch against us in the scrim as well. Granted, it was not a member of their team, and we were kind of throwing. But, you know, maybe they're used to clutching upstairs.
Yeah, maybe the team is just like, all right, let's just win these rounds. Doesn't matter if it's a 1v5. All right, let's just win this round real quick. All right, but we see police brutality going down now 1-2. This is somewhat a favorable attacking map. It's pretty default stock standard.
Reinforcing cargo off is an interesting decision for sure.
Yeah, now they're forced to push through 3 doors and 1 window as a team. Oh, there is one still wall that is soft into sight, but Yeah, that's definitely an interesting choice. Especially if they're playing upstairs, their fallback is going to be limited to just 3
Well, it's
doors
just that
now.
cargo is such a power position to hold both sites.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
But I'm not sure that the police brutality are going to be able to pick up on the adjusted head.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they don't have that long angle through sight, so if they're able to kill the players upstairs and execute in a man advantage, I think it's definitely going to favor the attack. But that does require them to roam clear first,
Is
which has
Dilly?
not been their strong
Oh,
suit this
tell me
game.
Dilly's going to trick. Tell me Dilly's going to trick. Oh, yes, Dilly. If Koopa throws 2, he cannot trick. Thatcher counters Cade perfectly. And it looks
Yes,
like...
they do throw 2, and he loses both Kaid claws because of it.
Ooh.
But Dilly's able to just swing out on the blitz.
That's
Who
another
does
entry
not
pick.
wait for his teammates. Yes, another entry for Dilly, as the blitz is just walking in with nobody behind him. A little too aggressive on the shield play.
Ooh!
Quid able to take off Worm as well. That's one of their top fraggers.
Huggy gets taken out by
Super
Super
is able
Koopa
to
top
take
red.
one
Yeah,
back.
vice versa. My fault.
Able to get one back. The pillar players swung, but nothing comes of it. They both trade bullets, but no bullets land. The pillar player here now has to watch both the IT door and his generator is able to fall off.
Man, police brutality, though, are very, very focused on taking the vert, and they have done it. It's cost them 3 men and 2 minutes, but they have the ram up with 3 ram drones. Could cause
Yeah,
a
you
lot of
definitely
commotion.
don't want them to lose that ram right now. You want them to be able to get all the vert that they possibly can if they want to win this attack. Yeah, and they are using the breaching charges on the Thatcher in order to get an additional vert.
Amphi takes a
Dally is
fight
able
with
to
the
get one.
vert. Questionable decision there as your smoke player. Maybe he's used all his smoke. I'm actually not too sure. Quidani and Robbie, though, or Quidani and Beaver Demon, rather, playing in safer spots. I say that as Quidani moves up to go for a pick.
They do not have anybody near
Yeah, they're
sight,
going to
so
have to
it
go
is
through the
smart
window.
to... Yeah, it is smart for them to be moving up and executing right now. The only player is going to be executing by themselves onto site, and the vert player is still just going to stay upstairs. As they do see him, they see on the vert and limits it to a 1v1 now on the non-planting player.
Koopa does not plant default. He leaves default, and that's going to open it up for Robbie the Demon to clutch it out. Super Koopa, what are you doing? Plant default! Oh
Wow.
my goodness. We have been seeing throws left, right, and center. Oh, it's not even about the coverage, Dilly.
No, that's just a bad plant spot.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for police brutality. It could have been 2-2. That could have, you're feeling good at that point, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, they have the rotate between sites there. I don't know what the plan was on the side of police
He just didn't know
brutality.
default. They had it. They had it. He just didn't plant default.
Yeah, if you plant that default, you're unable to be killed by the rotate or the player on the door frame.
It's the little things,
Just
man.
just a lapse in judgment from the side of police brutality, which a game that should be 3-1 them is now 1-3 game.
I'm watching the chat right now. They're saying, nah, Dally got it. Dally's going to give it his best.
Yeah, Dally 5-2 is trying to pull for his team, but
Dilly and Dallying. I mean, Dilly and Dally. They are, they're showing that maybe Dilly Dallying this season could be something crazy. Maybe Dilly Dallying will come back and they'll reunite into a super team.
that would be a great thing to see. A great thing to see. Yeah, and in the kills department so far, we've seen that Mela playing that Ying and Blitz has been one of the few players getting the kills for the side of police brutality. But it's typically not been getting kills that has been the problem for police brutality. They've been in the 3vx's, and they just end up falling to 1 or 2 players remaining.
I will say they've had a rough early round, it seems. Other than round 2, which Amphi clutched on them.
Yeah, so they do need to spend a little bit more effort to work on some of these problems. And the Thermite of Bandit, I mean, the Thermite of Band places the charge down before the Thatcher charge even goes off, and I think they're going to trick it.
Oh, and that's both exothermics gone. Rough play, but from Band there. Did not even place it on one side. He placed it dead center.
Yeah, that's something you got to learn as a Thermite main, is you got to put it on one side or the other if you're fighting a bandit trick. Otherwise, it's real easy for them to trick you. And they don't have to take the 50. Dilly does not have to take the 50-50 on which side he's going to electrify. And now the wall is going to stay reinforced, as there's only one more hard breaching charge in the pocket of Mello, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Connector given up to the side of police brutality, but immediately taken back from Bloodline.
Also sneaking up to a pretty solid game right now, 6-2. That's pretty fantastic. Gonna get the smoke out there, do some damage. Reinforce through the smoke grenade.
They smoke off his rotate and let him just reinforce it off. They have no more hard breach charges. They have to push through doors.
They've taken up to Connector.
Yeah, but now they only have 3 doors to walk through. They have Aquarium, they have here in Electrical, and then they have the
2 smokes left
IT door. Yeah, this is looking real dire for police brutalities. They can only enter through Aqua Stairs and Electrical, as 3 of their players are just staring at each other. The utility has failed them, and Dally walks into blue, dies. Quid is immediately one-tapped by Worm, but he gets traded. Huggy's taken down, and it's remaining to these 2 players who are getting flanked at the same time as a C4 goes out. And whiff from... The whiff from Goyo!
Oh, no pictures on the scoreboard! Good flank!
Yeah, there's no stat for whiffing, and he does get both of the kills.
The demon! Indeed! Bound to ass! That's my team captain. That's my team captain right there.
As Bloodline takes the 4-1 lead now, and it seems like police brutality do not know how to attack these sites.
Oh my god, it seems like, to be honest, they're making a lot of individual, very important mistakes. Like Koopa not planning default. I hate to, put it all on one guy because, there's other parts of the round that went wrong. But that was a win or loss mistake. Band getting the dead center of the wall, maybe let's not put it all on that, and let's put it on them not trying to clear the bandit. Dilly's doing that. He did it every other round. You gotta, it's a soft wall. You can't be letting him get away with that.
Yeah, the soft flooring there is really easy to shoot up through. Obviously, that's normally why a player plays below site. They can protect the bandit. And there was no one there that round. And as far as I remember, at least, there was no one there that round. You definitely had the ability to open up that floor and pressure off the bandit, even if you don't get the kill. Yeah, so now it's left up to the likes of Worm, Mello, and Dally to kind of pick up the pieces, get some kills, and try and make this a 4-2 game. Dally on the shield is going to be playing immediately onto Animus, as Huggy is on cams and will not be able to trick. He does not know it's being opened up until it's too late. The bandit charge is able to be killed. C4 is ripped, but not used, as Dally will have free roam of Animus now. Ends up doing no damage to Dally. C4 over the top does no damage. And the the Firebolt from Worm misses in front of Dally, so they are forced to waste a little bit of time. Huggy is forced through fire and flames to purify his soul as Supa Koopa goes for the plant. Gets it about halfway down as the upstairs players are trying to come back, but there is no opening in the Animus hatch.
5v5
Now they can all rotate out.
baby.
This is one of my favorite situations, watching teams work through a 45-second struggle as Huggy pops his own Goyo fire, which keeps his teammates out of the line of fire. It's going to take a miracle from Huggy and Dilly now in order to recover this, as it's only Dilly left in the 5v1. And that is a great utilization of the Capitao Monty duo to get that plant down.
And you know what? For
And
police
Dilly
brutality,
has ran out of time.
And for police brutality, you get that flawless round. 4-2 is standard. You do not need to feel bad about that at all.
Yeah.
Huggy says that one's on him, but he got very flamed out. I don't know if it is. You know, the vert could have made adjustments. I mean, surely we had to have known what they were doing. It's not like it was a secret. It's not like they did it too fast.
Yeah. They missed their own Capitao bolt and gave you guys about 12 seconds to rotate. And it just was not
enough.
Capitalized. Not punished. That's the word. It was not punished. And the plant was able to get down.
See the Blitz ban, I imagine we're going to see a Blackbeard as well. Instead of the typical, I would say, like, what, Cade or double hard breach, maybe? Yeah, there's Blackbeard.
Leaving up all the hard breach is definitely an interesting choice. I think you might want to split it half and half. I know you're playing against Dilly, who's a notorious shield main in the league, but they're immediately going to bring out the ace, and the ace is unable to be bandit tricked, which wastes a lot of time in the rounds.
Well, there's no Thatcher.
They obviously
go
for the
Cade tricks.
They're going for the Cade trick, which is interesting.
And with no Thatcher, I mean, it could be huge. It's very hard to deal with a Cade trick without a Thatcher.
Yeah, so we're seeing Bloodline up that 4-2 scoreline, which is relatively standard, relatively expected. You expect the attacking team to win both of the offsites, or you expect one of the offsites to be won and then one of the main sites to be won.
I don't know if it shook out normally, but it ended like a pretty standard half.
It ended in the regular scoreline that you would expect to see on this map. So we'll have to see if Bloodline can have a better shot of attacking. As with all of the ops left up for them, they have plenty of annoying ops and plenty of util ops that they can use in order to get the walls open, in order to execute. They still have the Ying, they still have the Grim, they still have Capitao, and then they also have the Thatcher and all hard breach.
Looks like we're going to see a similar zombie setup in Rafters as Bloodline had, becoming a staple of this map. And someone contesting this door. Oh, Worm. Are we playing it like that?
Yeah, Dally chooses to shoot it instead of Worm so that he can swing out on the Brava. The Brava does not know, is looking right side of the door frame.
He's going to get Fenrir'd.
Yep, there it is. Swings out from the left side of the door. Worm is able to get the pick, and the Ying decides to fall off downstairs as well.
Yeah, there's a little lip right there. Very nasty for Fenrir.
Yeah, and not only does it work out for the Fenrir, but both teams have used it, so that should be known by at least 8 of 10 people in this server. So
they have a drone on the warehouse player, but I don't know if they have a way to clear it. Oh, Dally takes out Dilly.
That might be the first time Dally has killed Dilly this game.
You know, it snuck up on me, but Dally's 8-3. He's not having a bad game. I thought he was doing kind of poorly, but I am clearly mistaken.
Yeah, Mello and Dally really carrying the scoreboard for the side of police brutality, as Guadani is able to get one pick back onto the Rafters Fenrir, and he evades the sight of the player down below.
Oh, Mello
is called out by Mello, but he gives up. He baits his teammate and misses the shots.
Oh no, Mello! Let's get that nitro cooking. Oh no!
For content, and they're able to hop out. Mello down below now without a C4. Will they know where the Valk cams are? As they do have their players watching their Valk cams. They're watching the IT Valk cam. So there is still one in IT, one connector, one servers. They do know where all of these players are going to be pushing from, but they have made the mistake up to this point. Can they capitalize now on the situation? They are able to hold site still, as it's a one-dimensional push fully from IT and Raptors, and they all get picked off one by one.
Hey,
It looks
nothing
like a
happened,
great
Mello.
round.
Nothing happened, Mello. Nothing happened at all. You won the round. Simple.
It looked like a great round for the attack, and then suddenly police brutality is able to pull it back out.
Well, unfortunately, Mello, it's kind of our job to talk about it, and we definitely did mention it maybe one time.
Maybe once. Maybe.
You know what? Didn't catch it.
Didn't catch it. Must have slipped my mind. So we will see police brutality go downstairs now. It's the typical rotation: upstairs, downstairs, and then one of the first floor sites is the off site, assuming you win the first two. If we see a flawless rotation out of police brutality, then that puts them in the driver's seat 5-4 with two strong sites left for them to lock it down. But we have to get through the second round of defense first. Will they be able to win the downstairs? They were able to really heavily punish that second downstairs defense for the side of Bloodline. Will they be able to defend?
What a camp.
Oh, wow. I have never once seen that. That is a beautiful camp.
We're leaking it.
We're leaking the coconut bra spots.
Oh, wow.
That is interesting. Yeah, this is a very heavy extension from the side of police brutality, but it looks like it's going to be a relatively fast play from the side of Bloodline.
And Band does not look like he's ready to trick. Koopa's at the other wall. But it looks like Koopa may be at the correct wall, or maybe they're going to bait this wall and then go Animus. That's what I would imagine. Oh, they double hard breaching it. Well played from the side of Bloodline.
Yeah, and they are able to trick. Oh, but they're not quite doing it correctly. They're throwing both the Kaid charge and the... Oh, but they do get it correctly. They do end up wasting enough time with the Tuberal.
I thought this was
so they do get the wall
rush.
Open.
It could be.
Yeah,
There's nothing stopping them except for Koopa. Literally.
Yeah, they all end up rotating off now.
Oh, that is...
Only player downstairs is the... Yeah, they just completely fall off. All 5 players leaving now. They wasted 90 seconds doing that, and...
Well, hopefully they rotate there late and they didn't just do that for, quote, phantom pressure. Because you definitely don't want to build your whole, you know... Well, there goes Robbie the Demon, but you don't want to build your whole comp around phantom pressure.
Yeah. They definitely should have had the Raora and the Glaz working upstairs already at this point, as they lose one to the C4. They know where one is, but they know the second is there. They do. They're able to get Worm, and they know that the second player is Rafters. Ooh, with some shots onto Dally, who takes about half damage.
Of the Glock with a switch.
Yeah, Huggy on the ace is trying to take the fight with IT. Does take a lot of damage from this goo mine. And he's still just sitting upstairs wasting time. This is a great roam from the side of police brutality.
And it looks like it's all down to a cargo push. They're going to be met with Band first. He's Kaid watching those holes with a pretty powerful gun.
Yeah, and Huggy is just upstairs. These two players are by themselves, not executing quite yet. They do not take damage from Band. He does miss his shots. Quid takes about 50 damage as Huggy takes more damage, but he's able to drop and just rush straight into the other site. Planter is killed with 5 seconds, but the player Animus needs to be dealt with. He is. Last one is the Valkyrie, who already used their C4 for a kill in this round. Huggy is able to get picked off. And Dilly is able to clutch it out for
Holy
the
shit!
side of Bloodline. Police
Well
brutality
played from
almost working
Huggy
that back.
and Dilly. Huggy and Dilly made some phenomenal fucking plays to make that shit happen. And you know what? Credit
Yeah,
to
that was
Quidani for
a
also making the sprint through the smoke to plant. But holy, well played.
yeah, that was a worrying round for Bloodline to start off. They had nobody playing outside the breach to apply actual pressure. They had nobody playing anywhere additionally, and they only got the Animus hatch open with about 25 seconds, I want to say, left in the round, which allowed the Legion to just drop down into sight and almost deny the plant with less than 10 seconds on the clock. But
Yeah, you're right. They never really did
Bloodline
go back
still
to the breach,
out.
so it was effectively phantom pressure the whole time. But I mean, if it works, it works. You know what I mean? Can't be mad. You're up
Yeah, I just wish they didn't
5-3.
put all 5 players there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, police brutality will not get the full flawless rotation as of now. They do have to win 3 rounds this half if
It's
they want to
super
bring this
nice.
to overtime.
I bet Dilly still won't be able to shoot it. How hard is it to
Yeah,
actually
that is.
spot out? Like, I think it's. You know, I actually think this is a. Oh wait, is it? I don't. Is it? Is it a glitch? Is it a glitch? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, Valk cams have some weird physics, so I don't know what the devs intend and what the devs don't intend, but it is definitely a unique position. There's another spot on border where you can throw it up into the CCTV windows that people were thinking was unintended, but all of that is free geometry and they never fixed it, so this time with the bandit trick, they are able to get the ace charges. I don't know why the bandit was not throwing on both sides of the wall to force the bandit off the wall. But Dowley is able to immediately get a pick, and the failure to hard breach plus losing the opening pick now makes this a very difficult round for Bloodline to win. They don't have the wall open, which did not stop them last time. They were still able to execute on the site, but they need to be able to deal with these 2 or 3 roamers upstairs.
It looks like they are gonna work for a top down. All of them outside right now, but I think they're getting droned in.
Yeah. Amphi on the cams. Beaver using his Dokebi call in order to be able to prevent the defenders from getting on cams themselves. Looks like the Vigil is going to be playing quite aggressive upstairs as well, with Dali who's still upstairs. So it is still wasted over 100 seconds on this roam. And Worm is still yet to fall off.
This is a great spot for Worm.
But
he could go fucking massive here, and he should be able to pick up 1 for free. He just has to time it right. He's missed 2 now.
Yeah, the siege timing has not been kind to the teams today. As they do take out the swing, but Amphi does take off his head. 4-4 now with 50 seconds. They do get that pick back, and it is a 4-4 game, but the C4 goes out and downs Dilly. From the side of police brutality, they still have 2 C4s remaining to deny plants or to get vert. They do have the hacked Valk cams, and they're immediately able to trade 2 for 1. Dali is able to get those 2 picks and forces Bloodline to be in an uncomfortable position as they either have to choose to use the Valk cams to watch flanks or have the Valk cams used against them.
Very well played there from Dali, though. Massive 2-piece.
And Pillar just swings and is able to immediately die to Amphi. Amphi just doing everything by himself as Beaver takes the call. Does the swing, and with 1 second left, swings out, kills the C4 player, or downs the C4 player, sorry, but Mello's able to get his teammate back.
Excellent try from Amphi there. Honestly, you know,
a little bit.
When it comes to Bloodline, it seems like their executes are very good. They're good at, you know, getting the man to default and establishing cover. It seems like that's one of their really good strengths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then so far it's just been gun skill in that post plant that has either won them or lost them the rounds. Can we redo the quid for Dali? Yeah, Dali is definitely having a great game here, and it's very. I wouldn't say it's very top heavy, but it is quite top heavy for the side of Bloodline. 2 players on 10 kills.
I mean, you
The
could say that
rest
for both teams,
amounting
no?
for 12. Well, but it's amounting to 12
Yeah.
versus amounting to 14.
You're lucky you got those 2 extra Worm Koopa banned.
I mean, they have died more often, which does hurt their individual stats, but yeah, here we're seeing a 5-4 scoreline now. It is a very close game. It's a very, very back and forth game. Hoping to see a little bit more out of the lower side of Bloodline, and hoping to see a little bit more out of Police Brutality as a whole. Continue winning these defenses and bringing it to OT. In terms of it being a competitive game, in terms of being a caster not wanting to destroy my voice, I do hope it ends.
I'm an OT
in
guy.
regulation.
I'm an OT guy.
I am too.
I like OT. I like the high pressure, especially early. Like, this is bad for the, we got 28 viewers in here right now. We're pushing 30. I'm pushing 30. Let's get it. You know what I mean? And the people want overtime.
Yeah, people want overtime.
People want throws and overtime, and we're here to provide. TBI League, we have the most notorious throws.
Yeah, TBI League has some of the most infamous moments.
Yeah, I've been on
players playing Mav and players and players planting in bad spots. It is notorious. Dilly chooses to play the one shield that, well, not the one shield. One of the shields that is left up.
The main one, the one of the big 3.
Yeah. Blitz and Blackbeard immediately banned because the side of Police Brutality was using them to, I would say, great effectiveness in many of the rounds. Well, not many. 2 rounds? I don't remember how many rounds Police Brutality played Shields. I was just looking back in the Twitch stream and I forgot I was casting for a second there.
Very interesting barricade setup below. I don't hate it, especially now they're aware that they're going to be pushing rafters, or you at least presume so. Dilly probably getting ready to jump in that window.
Yeah, and the Shield's legs do get exposed to this Rafters player, so it does require a lot of teamwork, as Squid is immediately taken down by Worm.
Worm
is
able to pick up 2
on
Rafters.
Rafters. Yeah, Worm able to get a second, as they do not punish the Shield player, who does get the 1 pick. One of the Rafters players is killed, but Mello on this flank once again on the top stairs site. Hopefully this time he will be more successful on the flank, as they did win the last time he did this, but not because of his play. T4 goes out and misses the shield. Does actually 0 damage to Dilly. As for the side of Bloodline, it is a 3v4, and they have that man disadvantage that they want to work back.
Ben playing that bomb chassis for his life, and he's gonna lose it. Amphi brings it down to a 3 versus 3. If Dilly had the case, I'd love the position. Dilly is taking some damage. Gonna make his way through the default, but there goes the case.
For free.
Mello drops the case on the flank, and that's the problem. Dilly doesn't have the case, even though they have the cut in the space. No case! And Mello is definitely flanking up CC stairs right now, which is going to be a problem.
Yeah, they get back off plant, and Dilly is able to get the kill with the case, but
oh, what a throw!
He does get the headshot as well! Dilly with the great coverage! And they force him off the plant. He had 1 second. All he had to do was stick till he take the swing, and he loses! Police Brutality defenders winning the round. Why does he get off the plant there?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't fully hate getting off the plant there, like if Dally just plays that confidently, like, oh yeah, the other guy's planning, then you die. But gun up there with time, you went for the fight. If Dally doesn't ring around the rosy, I definitely don't hate going for the plant there. I thought Mello did it again. But they got it. Well, but they got it done again. They won again. Mello is actually having a pretty solid game overall. He's 11-7. Honestly, the MPX after that Valk skin is prone to whiffs. I'm telling you. Ever since they added that skin on Valk, the fucking $50 one, it's a whiff machine. And we got a tie game now. What started
5-5
is now 5-5.
Yeah, and for the side of police brutality, this is one of the hardest sites to defend in terms of statistically as a defender in Siege, and that's why it's the tertiary site that teams go for. It is definitely not easy, and you have to know what you're doing, why you are roaming, what vert is, and if you're as a team going to completely forfeit the basement, then all of that vert can be used against you. And so you're going to have to see some adaptation and either come out of Bloodline to take the basement and work a plant, or they're going to have to do a full room clear onto the top floor, which only Dally is there currently.
It looks like we're rushing. We're rushing this window, and I think it's going to work. I love this rush. I think this rush is super underrated. You just got to be worried about above and below. It looks like they have Amphi to check below, make sure that's clear. Currently, above is clear. I'll check that for you guys. We're good. Let's go. Oh, unfortunately, I'm not on the team, but they still do it. This is how we rush, ladies and gentlemen. Huggy goes down, but the... Oh!
Dilly is full health, and the C4 goes straight onto the planter. That's typically why you want to see the Thatcher throwing out his EMPs to prevent a C4 from coming out. They all swing the window, which is a very aggressive position to be taking as the defense, but in a 2v5, you got that confidence.
I mean, that's
Amphi
how...
downstairs, two hard breachers left.
That's how rushes work. I mean, sometimes you rush into a big failure, sometimes you rush into a big success. Now we're going to have to try to claw back something from nothing. You know, there's a lot of time left, though. Definitely not an unwinnable spot.
Yeah. I've seen worse 2v5 positionings. You have still the hard breach. You have still where you can open up walls, where you can force defenders out. But the fact is, they need to be clearing this roam. It's a 2v2 upstairs and a 3v2 in sight. It's still not favorable for them, no matter what position they choose to take.
Oh,
He dies from the vert as he tries to swing the player who was across from him. He does get one, but immediately gets picked off by the secondary vert player.
Dally
And
making
for
a
police
name
brutality,
for
they win
himself.
one of the hardest ones to win.
You know, Dally definitely wants to stick it to Dilly, and he's passed him in kills. Now he's the top frag of the lobby, and more importantly, they've passed him in round count. We are on match motherfucking point for police brutality. They've been slowly but surely clawing it back, and now they're here.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't dislike the idea from Bloodline there to rush, but there's three major problems. One, you have to deal with C4s, or you have to push deep to kill the players holding the C4.
Yeah.
They did neither of those things. They didn't use the Thatcher to try and deal with the C4. They didn't push deep to try and deal with the C4 players. So now they're forced to fight one of the harder sites to attack on this map and force themselves to at least go to overtime, which is 1 point, and police brutality. Police brutality have won 1 point.
A point, yeah. Good for them. Could be 3. All they have to do is win basement, which is typically a defender-sided map. A defender-sided site, rather. Does not look like we are going to see the classic Animus plant, but I believe they are going to do a pretty breach-heavy approach.
Yeah, they're going for heavy vert with the Ram and the Zofia. And then the Glaz just seems to be a comfort pick here for Dilly, wanting that frag operator. They might use it for more, but Glaz has been used, especially in TBI League.
Dally and Worm on the extension seems to be a theme.
Yeah. Quite a heavy roam, which, once again, you do expect for basement. This site does not have much support in terms of vert on its own. It's a lot of destructibility and really easy for the attack to just murder you all in sight. if you don't have that extension.
Oh, Huggy. That is a freaky jump, and you know better than that. To
Yeah,
Koopa's credit,
Super
he did make the
Koopa's-
holes pretty discreet.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
are we going to upside down repel on there? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, they're choosing to fight these angles against the downstairs players. Quid is trying to clear out the not Tuberow, to clear out the Kaid Claw. Interesting setup so far
Looks like
from
they're
the
heading
side
over to
of
Animus.
Bloodline.
Or no, they're not. Looks like they're just abandoning Breach, going for Vert. Still have the a Therm if needed for later. Now you're going to have to contend with Dali. He is on the roam. I assume Worm's with him. Yes, he is.
Yeah, Dali and Worm still having this up floor presence at 90 seconds is surprising to me. When you don't have anybody clearing you 90 seconds into the round, it is a little bit worrying as a defender, thinking maybe they're just gonna do a direct take, and you might want to fall back off. But choosing to stick to their guns and stay on the second floor forces the attack now to have to sit between 2 defenders above them and 3 defenders below them.
And Worm
And they
picks
immediately
up
lose a
Dilly.
pick to that.
That could be a round-ending kill. Amphi gets in a fight with Worm, can't win it. It's up to Quidani and the Demon.
Yeah, now it's forced into a 2 versus 4, 40 seconds. Still enough time to execute, but they need these picks here. Does he know there's one his lower vending stairs? Mello, who has had a great game in terms of kills, but oh, he does get the pick. He does not whiff his shots there. It is the 4 versus 1. And the Valk still below his staircase. Will he be able to take the gunfight? No. Police brutality with the 6 of the last 7 rounds won.
They made the comeback.
Takes the game.
Won the first round, took a little time off, and then holy hell, what a comeback!
A great half for the side of police brutality, and they take the full 3 points for the map.
And ladies and gentlemen, you did hear that right. That is a half. We play 2 games over here at TBI League. You want to tell them the point system real quick?
Yes, it is 3 points per map won in regulation. It is 2 points for a map won in overtime, 1 point for going to overtime and losing in overtime, and then no points if you lose in regulation.
And next up, we're going to have Chalet. We will get that loaded up for you and be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, we are back. Let me get the overlay off the screen. What am I doing? You know, matter of fact, I actually still didn't. There we go. There we go. Perfect.
Perfect.
And we are off map 2. In case you missed map 1, it was a 7-5 comeback victory on Nighthaven Labs for police brutality. And definitely going to say Dally, the #1 performer there, for sure. Put the team on his back a little bit here. And it looks like police brutality are going to keep the theme going of banning shields. Could be because of Dilly. I'm not going to cap. I mean, I've been cyberbullying Dilly a lot about shields. And, you know, it's the meta, and he's good at it, you know. No wonder he's going to play it.
Yeah, I mean, they went up. I think they won all but one of their defenses with those 2 bans to start off with. So, definitely not going to fault them for that. And I think generally everybody knows how to play Chalet without shields.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very, very default map nowadays.
However, I will say, hopefully I'm not leaking, because this is pretty default stuff. But last season on Dilly Dallying, so, you know, a couple players on this team, they were actually, we're going to see basement first, but so, never mind, I'll save that for later. I completely thought we were going to see bar first. I blanked, I didn't look at anything. Okay, we're basement first. What do you think about that, Big Chip?
You know, I like basement a lot.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of ways you can play it. I think with the bans that you have with the mirror down and the zombie down, I wouldn't personally play it first,
Yeah,
but it's still a
Mira
good sight.
ban and a zombie ban. This is a weird decision.
Yeah,
I
I would
mean,
definitely
I
go bar
personally
first.
fucking hate basement, but I'm not the be-all end-all of fucking Siege. I don't know what I'm talking about. But why
Yeah,
can't we
well, I mean,
spectate? There we go.
I know that I have a really really bad opinion that everybody hates on me for, and that's that top floor on border sucks, and I want to play it the least out of all the sites on border.
That is a hot take.
Yeah, that's what I'm not perfect on my takes in terms of sites,
Oh
but this
no!
site this
Don't do
map
this
I'll play
again,
any.
Demon. Don't do this again, Demon. You're just dead. Don't do it again. You're so weak.
Thankfully, he's on the far left side of the drum
Holy.
hole. Oh nope, he's repeaking it. All right. There's no runouts from the side of Worm or
Man,
Dally.
Bloodline love 5-manning it.
Yeah, they're just full sending. We're seeing Library Hallway with
Oh.
Dally, so
Oh,
yeah,
the
there's the
TikTok
kill through
angle
the vert,
strikes from Worm.
and they're both able to get on the vert and just watch right now. The Glaz is unable to affect much of the outcome at 1 HP. One singular bullet through the
Man,
smoke
I
will
want to
kill
show
him.
the angle that Worm used from outside, right there.
You can see Dally still holding that from upstairs. They still have to clear these two roamers or push very deep into sight in order to execute on me.
Yo, shout out Stealth Slayer for showing me that spot. Stealth, one of the kings of TBI League.
Amphi, the hard breach decides to go upstairs and deal with it himself, and just says "fuck you" on the roam. Picks off
Gangster.
Dally. Dilly and Dally, the only ones dead in this game. Both of them being 0-1.
Worm
Immediately,
picking up
Amphi
one
is
on
picked
Fireplace.
off. Huggy's able to trade it back though, because Worm just, if he swings another inch further, gets another kill. And it just, what are all of these whiffs? The blue player completely whiffs on Huggy.
Trades
And
come out the wazoo, and it is a victory for Police Brutality. Worm and Mello picking up 2. Band gonna pick up 1 there at the end. Great trades from the side of Police Brutality, always having each other's back. I would like to see Bloodline play a little bit less together. Not super less together, because I like, you know, I like their teamwork and shit. But it's a little
team
bit
play is
linear.
a big thing in
It's a
Siege.
little linear, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. When you're
And
all
especially
pushing through one breach, you're definitely not going to win that 9 times out of 10.
But I think they had the Ying and the Roar, and they were hoping to do it quite fast. I think, honestly, I think Worm's, I don't know what to call the angle. I call it TikTok angle because Stealth sent it to me on TikTok. But I think that shot actually really changed a lot of the momentum of the game. I believe that picked up Dilly, one of the better guns, one of the best guns on that team. The Ying, probably the op that was about to run in and execute, or entry rather. Like, it was a massive pickup from Worm and a cool angle. I'm sorry I didn't get it on stream, but you know, I showed it.
Yeah. Still
Welcome
a
back
nasty
from New
kill.
Zealand.
Still a nasty kill for Worm, picking up 2 kills that round, picking up his team the round, as it ended up being the difference.
Amphi, the only one not spawning with the team this time. I like that. Even if he's just going to shoot open a window and leave.
Yeah, and choosing not to bring the LMG, which I'm glad. I've seen some people still using the Zofia LMG, and I'm like, why? It's not 2022 anymore. Or was that 2023? Do I have the year wrong?
I'm not.
I don't remember.
%. But
Whenever the
Police
LMG meta
Brutality
was.
are able to get back over to their extension. For a second there, I thought they were gonna like lose it just because they weren't there in time, and that would have been very unfortunate.
Yeah, I definitely thought he was about to get shot when he was crossing that, because it's just free right into mezzanine. But Quid does not get there in time, and this is a nice angle, and it is a very good angle to cover mezzanine. And he is able to get damage onto Worm, but Worm is able to play his position mezzanine still without much worry, as they can't push in vines without dealing with this clash first. Oh, the clash just leaves and goes to piano. It is instead the Warden of Dally who's with
Dally on that SMG-12. He is dangerous as fuck these days on this.
Yeah, but he could just get shot in the back from Quid, and he does just... Oh, not Quid, Huggy. Just shoots him in the back. That's a very vulnerable position with there being no reinforcements on that library wall. Flash chooses to set down his shield and take the fight to Quid and the player library, who is Dilly, but does not get the kills quite yet. Amphi coming up blue stairs, or going down blue stairs, one of the two.
This clash in this hallway, whether you're playing on, whether you're playing Master like they are, or Bar, it is a very annoying thing to clear.
Yeah, he immediately gets mini EMP'd, but Amphi is able to clear from lower blue. And it forces it into a 5v3 now, as Police Brutality had a great defense that first round, but now Bloodline is having a great attack and able to just utterly shut down the mezzanine play from the side of Police Brutality.
And in quite a timely manner, too. 40 seconds left. I believe someone's coming upstairs for the backstab right now as the execute comes out. Yes, it's going to be Beaver Demon doing that. This is looking like the perfect round of Siege on paper. Super Koopa going to pick up one. Super Koopa is playing in a perfect position to deny this right now. But Danny's going to walk up and take the fight and win it.
Yeah, Beaver behind him just is taking the swing, but does not go fast enough. The defense has suddenly swung this from a 5v3 into a 1v2.
Oh my god.
2 seconds left, he has to swing. Dilly gets one, but against the clash,
Police Brutality somehow make it happen. I don't even know what...
Police Brutality Mellow on the clash just slams the Dokkaebi, slams the planner, and is able to pick off the planner with no time left. What a round from Mellow, 5-0.
Mellow playing fan-fucking-tastic so far. And they're carrying that momentum from last game, it looks like. What was it? 6 out of the last 7 rounds, and I think 5 in a row? This makes 7 in a row?
Yeah. I believe there was either a 3 or a 4K for Mello, as Mello is feeling it right now, and he goes back onto that clash.
They banned 2 shields, yet they still running the shield.
Yeah, and from the side of Police Brutality, this gun, that Pocket F2, is going to keep firing. It is on fire right now. 5-0 for Mello.
I reckon surely this is the last round of it. They gotta ban it out. Or maybe they won't.
Yeah, that has been a very, very annoying... Well, I mean, it was the only reason why they couldn't take Vines when it was in that 3v5.
I hope... I know they have the 2 shields already, but a Clash playing here is very, very powerful.
And with the Wamai as well...
choke point for the Bar side.
Yeah, and with the Wamai as well, you can waste so much time with the Clash. Yeah, you're definitely right.
But we don't know where the Clash is going to be playing. There could be a fast gap hit by the attackers. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, I think typically there's 3 ways that you normally take this site. Go through basement, you open up bar stock, and then you rush site. You capitalize on the upstairs take, or you rush the window and plant on default. So there's those 3 takes that you normally take, and it looks like they're not going to be going basement, and they're not going to be playing the window. So it looks like they're going to be doing mezzanine over to clear library.
Solar over, yeah. Nothing too crazy, pretty standard. Got Quidani on the flank watch. His 2 air jabs are already down, presumably in trophy. They're going to make their way up to piano. And this is where Bar gets played, right here in this little corridor.
Yeah, and the Clash does choose to play up close and personal with this Goyo. So they can pop this Goyo canister to give the Clash even more room on top of it immediately.
No need yet.
Nomad tries
to
use
much time. Worm playing.
Or is able to get the drone. Or the shield, sorry.
Worm is in a risky position.
Yeah, but they're not knowing it. Huggy takes a massive amount of damage, and Worm himself takes 0 damage from that position.
And he's able
to fall off. And the shield is killed, but Worm with the nasty headshot. Mello's still controlling top blue as well. They do get the Flores drone as well, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, but it's a 4v3 here. And they're able to pop that Goyo canister I talked about a minute ago and waste even an additional 20 seconds as Quid is dominating the mezzanine area, but so is Worm. Worm picks up that mantle and gets the 2K upstairs. Amphi Fireplace going 45, but that clash is once again just being a pain in their side as Mello is still yet to die. Amphi is able to take the head off of Super Koopa, and the clash is able to enable the second player of Worm on the side of Police Brutality.
This is
It
a
is
close round.
effectively
Trades have been coming out 2 versus 2 right now. Mello is on the blue stairs. Gonna make his way
it's
down.
effectively. Whoa. Worm is able to immediately take the 1 HP player of Amphi down as Dilly is able to trade one back, and Mello, who dies for his first time.
Wait,
Dilly
Mello,
just swings with no shield.
What are you
Mello
doing, Mello? Mello, you were playing so good.
Mello, who was 5-0 up to that point, just.
Yeah, Worm, I don't think you're getting question mark, dude. I don't think it's you.
It might have been. It might have been. I don't know that.
Worm got a kill and didn't get a double kill. I don't think that's the question mark. I think it's why is Clash doing that? Yeah, there you go, Dilly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You was cooking us. Yeah, dude, Worm absolutely worked that upstairs, and Police Brutality in that 2v1 just end up throwing it, have to swing. Well, they didn't have to swing, but end up swinging. Both of them take their ones, and both of them lose their ones. Worm with low HP, the Clash not having the shield out, which is a choice for sure.
Hey.
And they choose to go down into the basement again.
Yeah. That's a 1vx for Dilly. Get it on the stats.
Yeah.
Worm did all he could there.
Yeah, I think Worm really was the savior of the round, just unable to get the triple kill in the round. Mello just needed to waste time, realistically, in the 1v1, but chooses to swing.
Right before Dilly hit that 1vx, his former teammate Spectre, shout out Spectre, hopefully he has that trophy, winner of last season. He says, I officially lost hope in Dilly, and then Dilly hits the 1vx.
Yeah, Dilly showing up and Dilly showing out for Bloodline. Prior to that, he was only 1-2, and having that 2K in the round reignites his team, I would assume. Bloodline yet to get any points on the day, as they were up 4-1 last map. If Police Brutality get up, can Bloodline come back and truly start to win things? They definitely want to get points this week. By some, they were called the number 1 team or number 2 team in the power rankings. And they definitely want to earn points today.
Quidani is going to go down to the Rome of Dali in Piano. Seemed like Quid was roam clearing by himself. Not sure if he even had a drone with him.
Yeah,
okay,
very
Amphi.
interesting.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Amphi, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work. That
interesting
also isn't gonna work.
Huggy. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think
that's gonna hurt you.
What? I was gonna say, why are you? Oh!
I don't think it's gonna work, Huggy.
Yeah, do they not see the thing on the?
Yeah,
okay.
Fuck it. Let's use the door.
Yeah, there's a door for a reason.
Oh wait! I think Amphi did it.
Oh,
Let's go, Amphi.
Okay, well, Huggy gave up too early, I guess. We gave up a long time ago, and the 2 players from Bloodline just decided to swing out. I don't know what that was, and the Goyo punishes them.
No, it's actually Band punishing them from blue on the prone, actually, through the footholes.
Oh, that was, yes. Yeah, Worm just swinging out does not get punished for swinging out wide, and he's able to just retake that deep position. Amphi on the long angle, but realistically, if he stays there, it's a 2v5 on site. It does not look very favorable for the side of Bloodline, as once again, they are forced into an awkward position.
And Band is going to hold steady on that cross. the demon making his way to wine cellar. Or
Yeah, 2 players off of site now. Will they isolate this? Beaver looks like he's going to try and isolate it, but Dally doesn't have to go back to site if he doesn't want to. Dally can just choose to stay upstairs. Worm
I think
takes a
Dally's
lot of
gonna
damage
drop
from the
the
rake
portal.
shot.
they have no time.
10 seconds left. This is desperate for the side of
Amphi gets one for the
Bloodlines.
scoreboard.
They do
Picks
prevent a
up 2
flawless
for the
round.
Scoreboard. Picks
But-
up 3 for the scoreboard. And
Amphi
Amphi's stats look a lot
padding his
better, but
stat.
they're all impactful. Impactless.
Yeah, 7 and 3. You normally would
Amphi,
say,
I
"All right,
liked your
he's
other
having a heater."
3K better.
Yeah.
Police
From the side of Bloodline, they are just being too one-dimensional right now. Is what the biggest complaint I would have to give.
Yeah, it definitely does feel like that they're being very one-dimensional. They're just, I feel like they did this it feels like Dilly Dallying were also a very linear team, but they were able to just power through everything. And honestly, I think that was off of the back of the shield play. And we're not seeing the shield play to make these pushes work, and we're seeing not as much success on the attack. I mean, they won 1 attack round without a shield.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a fact?
If my brain serves me right, yes. I believe they did win 1 attack.
So 1 round without a shield in total.
Well,
that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It is
it could be
definitely...
the. Oh, speak of the devil. Dilly is going to go to the only good shield left available.
Yeah, they choose to go with the Monty, which is definitely a respectable choice, as they did not bring the shield out. Or did they? They brought out... I believe they brought out Monty once, or they highlighted it once last month.
A lot of people have accused, this team, or the base of this team being Dilly and Quidani, who were dilly-dallying last season, of being shield crutches. And, I mean, so far in Season 2, it has been proven true. We're going to try to make it work, though, despite the allegations. And I think this is the correct play, so long as we get someone on the big window cut, which Grim is about to do. This should go all fine and dandy. Mello going to pick up Quid, though, on the entry.
Mello trying to make up for the lost clutch, as he does get a kill, and Huggy is immediately picked off of the bathroom.
Yeah, Dally jumps out
window
the
as
mudroom
well.
and picks up that kill. Band also going to pick up a kill. Dilly's in master bedroom.
Monty just pushes by himself and dies as well.
And we got 2 minutes left in the
Probably
round.
a question mark coming in the chat, as the team is going to be flawless 50 seconds in, and they are a flawless round for the side of police brutality.
That is a rough one.
Bloodline is just looking lost on these attacks right now.
Bloodline, clearly, yeah. Man, and it seems like they have a lot of, potential on the execute. It's just they're getting to the execute. It seems to be tricky. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have someone like Bathroom contesting Wolf or Big Window.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think it was Quidani loses the fight and no refrag on the Malusi, and Mello gets out of there, and it's very tough to keep it pushing from there.
Yeah, and would you like an update for how the other game is going?
Of course, of course.
It is 4-1 for the side of... My phone is not loading, so I can't read the names.
Is it shots not
The
scraps?
suspense is building. The suspense is building. I can't read any of their names. Oh, it's Diaz's team. So Ben's team. Why can't I read? I can't read their names.
5 inches
I think it's
collectively.
Yes, 5 inches collectively is winning 4-1 map 2.
Okay. Who won map 1? Do you know?
It was a 7-4 to somebody. I do not have the name yet. I'm typing in chat to try and figure it out, but...
We are going to see a bar setup. Now, I do want to point out, though, as much as we are talking about Bloodline's poor attacks, Police Brutality were in this exact same position last map. And then they came back and won.
It was a
And it looks like we're going to try something different. Amphi cannot move. That is an unfortunate bug. I would advise him to rehost since it was after the rehost marker.
Oh, is he able to move now?
Not sure.
Amphi is moving around now. Oh, no. He got a black screen, probably. He's moving around in the server, but he probably doesn't see it on his screen.
Dilly trying to make this rat play work. It's going to be castled off. Ooh. He's going to die to mezzanine, surely. And Dally takes him out.
There's still 145 as well. They're trying to do all these rat plays, but Amphi is
he's back.
Effectively...
Or he has a black screen and can't see. If his screen is black, he needs to leave and rejoin.
A 1-for-1 trade.
What a shot from Huggy!
Huggy! Huggy with the flick of the game. Nah, probably not. But, Bloodline looking the strongest that they have. They've been able to take plenty of map control
no one's
a minute and a half into the round. Yeah, Amphi being gone is not the end of the world for Bloodline. Even if this is a 2 versus
it's just Worm
3 at the moment. Yeah, Warden's just by himself. If this is droned out, they can force him off the hatch. And they do know where his position is, because now they have the Jackal ping, and that's either going to force him out, or they're going to be deep. Now, he does still play the position, so he's forced into this corner.
They are treating the shield with respect, but it's getting droned right now, and they're about to realize that there's no one playing it. And now this is going to put Worm into the fight.
Yeah, but they're still unaware of whether or not he's there. Yeah, Amphi has been forced to leave, so it is now a 2v3. Actually,
very unfortunate.
Yeah, the 3v2 for the side of Police Brutality with 20 seconds, the one player upstairs and the 2 players watching site. They do not know if there's somebody else upstairs with him, though. And the mezzanine, where did he die from? He did die from...
No, Worm picks up Huggy.
Oh, Worm did pick him up, okay. And he's forced to drop the hat.
Unfortunate for Bloodline. They're losing the man. That could have been their other attack round.
Yeah, now they're forced into a more dire situation than Police Brutality was map 1.
We are going to have to get a pause going. Actually, we'll do it after the bans.
Yeah, so for the side of Police Brutality, they have come back from a 4-1 already today. And it's not impossible to come back from a 5-1 either. You could still win 6 rounds in regulation to win the game in regulation.
With this momentum that Police Brutality have, man, the Bloodline are going to have to pull some WWE shit, some Dolph Ziggler Survival Series shit. Or Survivor Series, rather.
Yeah, Police Brutality for sure cannot just swing into the arms of Bloodline right now. They have to play structured, they have to play slow game, and they have to not fall victim to overheating. They need to keep working it if they want to win in regulation. And we'll wait to see if Amphi can rejoin.
Yeah, we are actually going to be right back until then. Hopefully it all goes off without a hitch. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, we are back after that slight interruption. Jay rage quit. Or Amphi rage quit. I convinced him to join back. That's not true. His PC crashed. Amphi is actually playing quite well. Best on his team, actually. So that's a very, very unfortunate disconnect. You hate to see that happen, but, you know, John Ubisoft is terrible.
Yeah, unfortunately. We do see them moving the defense, though. And we did see them succeed initially on the defense on the last map. So you'd hope to see things improve for the side of Bloodline. you hope to see that the kills will be a little bit more evenly spread. If Dilly, Huggy, Quid, and Beaver can all show up a little bit better. It's only Dilly on their own, so we're gonna have to see what Dilly can do by himself.
A Vigil, though, he could be a pesky one.
That is very true. Yeah, and for the 5 inches collectively versus the Dragon Rolls game, it is 5-2 in favor of 5 inches. And as
5 inches,
far as
one,
I
7-4.
know, yeah, as far as I know, 5 inches won map 1 as well.
Seems like we are going to see a backside push. Dally is playing that entry role that he's been allocated to entry. He's been doing it quite well, or so I hear.
Yeah, and Dally, it looks like he's just going to take this straight to the site player.
Oh, but he doesn't
does not know that the Kate is close! The drone just drove right by him. How did they not spot that?
They thought he was a beer bottle.
They miss the comm of where the Kaid is playing and immediately lose their entry. Not the end of the world for police brutality, as they have been hot and many of their players have more than 5 kills. But will we see Dilly be effective on this roam? He's still playing mezzanine. He switched from the master bedroom side back to the mezzanine side, chooses to drop down into bar. And it looks like Band is watching this cross, so Band should be able to clear this.
Good night!
It's Worm, and Worm one-taps him!
Worm is back, ladies and gentlemen.
And do they know that there's no one else upstairs? Player who was trying to contest main stairs chooses to fall back to site, and it is now a full hunker 4v4 with 50 seconds. What will the side of police brutality do on the attack?
They're breaking the Cade Claw, and they're going to still commit to this push. They're not giving it up, and they're going to make it happen. They have the hatch open.
Yeah, they need to kill this wine player in order to get the plant down, but how are they going to do that?
It does feel like it's in the hands of Quidani. Amphi also, 3 smokes in his pocket. Amphi needs to use his utility.
As Huggy is the only player who dies on site. Not the player we were expecting, as the other 2 were both expected to get far more aggressive positioning. Quid takes a lot of damage, Wine Cellar, but Band is finished off, and Worm to follow. Quid and Amphi each with a 2k in sight. Great job holding down the site.
I just want to say, Amphi did not throw any smokes there.
That's crazy. That was a pure gunfight. That was a pure adrenaline.
Yet, no pictures on the scoreboard, so it doesn't matter. Oh, fun fact, the person who no-showed on Bloodlines is in Twitch chat. Oh. Shout out Cax.
And now, it is a 6-2 game for the side of 5 inches collectively. So 5 inches collectively looks like they're having a great night tonight. And police brutality also looking like they're going to have a great night tonight. Currently in the running for 6 points, but they still can lose 3 points on this game if they give up 5 consecutive rounds to the side of Bloodline. That is going to require the side of Bloodline to get more kills. Beaver, Huggy, Quid, Dilly all need to be showing up with Amphi if they want to have a chance of that 3 points in regulation. It is not an easy feat to come back from 5-1 and win it in regulation. Although there are great players on this team, and some people would say that the best teams are the ones who can show up when it matters most. If Bloodline can come back from that 5-1 and win in regulation, I think that speaks to a lot of the players.
A regulation win from Bloodline would be crazy.
Yeah, I think that would be even more hype than a deep overtime game.
Like I think if Bloodline peel it back, it'll be OT, but It would be insane if they got the full 3.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dali's
So
getting entry
here,
pick. There
ooh,
goes Dilly.
Dilly first map was killing Dilly for Dilly first map was killing Dally for entry kills, and now it seems like the script has flipped and Dally has gotten at least I want to say 3 picks onto Dilly. 2 of them I believe were opening kills, and the side of Bloodline they have to fight back hard here if they want to prevent this from going to match point for the side of Police Brutality.
Quadani walks
Squid
straight into the
tries to
Grim
take the
Beast.
aggressive swing, fails. And now just 3 site players with a minute and a half on the clock for the side of Police Brutality. They have plenty of time to do whatever they want, as Worm takes a lot of damage on the... I keep wanting to say Zero, but that's not who that is.
Dally and
Still a
Worm just going
5v1,
insane on the entry.
A technical 4 versus 1, and it is a flawless round for the side of Police Brutality. And the momentum is fully back in the favor of Police Brutality.
Worm and Dally showing them how to properly do a linear attack. Get a drone in front of you and gun the fuck up.
Yeah, and for the side of Police Brutality, now they have all of the momentum in their favor. And Bloodline has to win 4 in a row in order to prevent Police Brutality from taking the full 3 points. I think this would be... No, it would not be. If they win here in this next round, they will have one of the better round differentials, but they would still not be number 1 in the league for round differential.
What's number 1 currently?
Plus 3 on map 1 and plus 5, so plus 8. Whereas right now they would be plus 7.
I think did Unks not have 5-9? Or 9? 5-9, what the fuck? Did Unks not have 9?
Plus 9? It might have been. Actually, I could just check the scoreboard because it's on the Discord. Hold on. I don't have the scoreboard for our game, but I believe... you're right, it is plus 9. You're right. So the best one is
Unks at the barbecue. 5v4.
Yeah.
Shout out Water Park and Turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun cast to cast that game. But yeah, now for this game,
we're on
Police Brutality.
Big time.
Police Brutality with match point. They have to win one of the next 4 rounds in order to claim 6 points on the day. If they win this round, they'll be up by 7, I believe. Or they'll have a plus 7 round differential, which will be very good in terms of the standings. But they do not have to put that pressure on themselves, as 1 round in the next 4 will do. And we're seeing Bloodline once again having a pretty similar defensive lineup and defensive setup as they did last round. This time, Dilly on top blue is being flushed out by the Mud player, as Band is able to immediately pick off the Bandit. I mean, this window play was something that you called out that Bloodline needed to have on their attacks, and they're getting punished for it being used against them exactly as you called.
Oh, Chalet is just a cut map, and Dally is able to pick up Quid below on the flank. Oh my goodness, and it looks like Worm is gonna W key forward. He's feeling confident. They have enough space to plant. Huggy's gonna try to make it happen, but Dally's gonna shut that down. It's effectively over. It's up to Amphi. He picks up 1. We've seen him clutch before, but he can't do it again. Dally and Worm dropping 21 collectively. Well played.
Only 9 rounds.
Well played from the side of Police Brutality.
Great game for Police Brutality. Obviously unfortunate that Amphi disconnected that round. That could have given them some momentum back, but you gotta roll with the punches, and the punches came out not in their favor.
I'm gonna see if we can snag an interview with Police Brutality. But yeah, I mean, they started off in a rough position and kudos to them to have the mental to keep it together and make the comeback, because that's easier said than done.
Yeah, for sure. A 4-1 comeback is nothing to sneeze at. And Dally wants Mello to get the interview.
Mello. Okay.
Or me and Mello is what he asked for, actually.
They're both.
GG's
let's
being
just-
put in the gen
we'll-
chat.
We'll let Dally for now.
All right.
Dally, we're just gonna do you because you have the caster role, so you could talk in here, I believe.
Hold on, Mello has something to say real quick.
Oh, Mello has a caster role too. Mello's good. You can
Yes,
both
I
be
do.
interviewed.
Yes, I do.
Okay, Mello and Dally. Well played from you two. Mello, we saw you early on with the Ying. You were doing big stuff when your team really was kind of struggling at the start, because it was a bad start. But when you guys were down 4-1, and it was ugly, it was scrappy, but y'all managed to bring it to 4-2. And from there, I mean, that's pretty standard, and y'all just went with it from there. Tell me about that mental shift.
Mello, go ahead, say what you got to say.
Well, obviously, first, before anything is said officially here, the Bloodline, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be provided to you. If you decide to answer any questions now without an attorney present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time until you do talk to your attorney.
Oh my goodness.
Second question. For the most part, obviously, we're all very highly trained officers of the law.
Yep.
So you got to know how to stay calm in this situation, even when things are looking rough. We got to do what's best for the public interest and bring down the bad guy.
We appreciate
Thank
the
you,
public
Mello.
defense from the Bloodline.
Now back to the siege part of the question. That's what I'm here for. Mello's here for the roleplay. Honestly, when we went down 4-1, we realized the only reason why we were down was because of simple mistakes we were making, just calls not fully going through. And once we fixed that simple problem, everything was easy throughout the rest of the game. I mean, we knew that we were mechanically we were the better team. This is actually our first time, all 5 of us playing together. So we didn't come in with any like crazy strats or anything. Mello was a great IGL. So we just kept our cool and kept it P, honestly, and we just won night Haven Labs because of that.
Now, one member of your team is very out of practice. Good old Worm.
Yep.
Came from down under. Tell me about that. How was he in? It seemed like he was heating up as he was warming up, for sure.
Oh yeah. So I mean, honestly, Melt's no problems from him. He wasn't really complaining about how he was doing. For him, it was just, hey, let's keep it P. Kills don't matter, you know. And he once he started to warm up was when me and him started coordinating better together. Once me and him got our coordination down, they just couldn't hold me and Melts. Honestly, you know, it was an unstoppable duo.
Dally, I know you've been putting a lot of practice in lately, and let me tell you, it shows. The sign, just the outline of a drone and then an ash behind it, man. It's a scary sight. I know Dally's coming in off the drone. He's an entry these days, and he's a committed entry. He's a good entry. So I want to say credit to that. And one round specifically I want to ask about. Night Haven Labs, you guys were attacking cargo. Super Koopa jumps in, and he could plant default.
Yep.
How did that affect the mental?
I'm not gonna lie. Me and Mello both had a mini crash out. We both had a mini crash out. Can't lie, but you know, when games are heated, sometimes it gets like that. Then eventually Mello ended up calming down way before I did. I was crashing out for a solid 30 seconds. Mello's like, okay, it's cool, keep it P. Next round, next time we just know what to do in that situation. You know what I mean? All that is was just a lack of comp experience, and that's something that we're fully prepared to deal with. We're not worried about it whatsoever. And once we all play together more, once everybody gains the comp experience, then eventually those little mistakes won't happen again, and we'll just take the league by storm, honestly.
Now, let me tell you, that's a strong showing for police brutality. People were saying Bloodline is probably one of the top 2 teams, and you guys came in here and shut them down. Now, let me tell you about the other team that shut down what were thought to be Titans, Hairy Kitties. They shut down the Death Collectors, and Matter of fact, that's your next opponent. So Harry Kitties, that's the team Do is a captain on. They have Do, Cryptid, Glitch. I'm blanking on the rest. Sorry, I'm blanking on the rest. A lot of talented players on that team. What do you think about that matchup?
Well, we're really not too worried. We know that I mean,
Fancy
me,
Sun
Melo,
Nova and
Melts-
CNAX are the other ones.
Okay.
I
Me
was
and
gonna pull it
Melts, we know what we're doing. Me, Melts, and Mello, we know what we're doing. We played a lot together. We have a lot of comp experience together included. We played on the comp team with the same comp team. Me and Melts